Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders from all around the world. My name is Will from Sydney Stocks. Got another quick video here discussing my Tesla scalp trades from the last week. So from the 18th of July, on the Monday to the Friday on the 22nd, right? So in this video, I'll be showing, or at least demonstrating, why I entered the trades and how I kind of went about them. Okay, so hopefully you guys can grasp exactly how I do this. I do scalp Tesla every single day, and so far I've been profitable for many weeks. And you know, it's just about learning the stock and you know, just jumping in when you do see the pattern set up, and just jumping in when you like the when you know the risk to reward is right. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, first things first, on the Monday, on the 18th of July, I took 3 trades on this stock. As you can see here, these green/red arrows represent long/short entries, and we are looking at the 3-minute chart right now. So let's just discuss the first one. Okay, I hate it when it does this. It just jumps me straight forward. So let's go back. We are now looking at the 1-minute chart, and this is the chart what I use to scalp Tesla. I do like Weeble charts, but I think TradingView is a lot more clearer when explaining from a video. So let's have a look. This is our Discord channel on the left of the screen. As you can see here, on the 18th of July, I added Tesla long at 740. You can also conceive I took more shares. Right, stop loss is at 732. Before we get into that, that's basically just proof that you know, it was real and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is literally what I saw. So Tesla gapped up from the Friday close, quite a large gap, as it did consolidate basically all day the previous Friday. So we saw a lot of chop on this day, creating some sort of wedge/pennant, right? So we saw a big breakout, and then we was basically looking at pre-market. We saw that there was volume. We saw that there was a spike up to this level around let's say 739, right? We saw a spike up to this. Where's my pen gone? Saw a spike up to this level here, so I knew that if we broke this, then this would be the higher low, then the higher high again, and then basically we could trade from there. So I traded this on a breakout, considering the amount of volume and the lower wicks here we can see. So these long lower wicks do represent some very strong buying potential, and for the price movement to then, you know, very easily climb back up. So I added literally 3 minutes in to the open on this first bull flag pullback, right? Pennant bull flag, whatever you want to call it. I added on this pullback to then ride up for a little quick scalp from 740, which is this level right here, right, all the way to the highs at 750. So a $10 per share gain is really what you need on a Monday morning, or at least Monday afternoon, because I'm from the UK, right? So basically clearing up on this one, number 1, right? Gap up from the previous Friday. Number 2, I saw the pre-market high break. So if we just write PM high, right? And then number 3, it also pulled back, and it did hold it from these lower wicks. So that is another reason why I did enter. So yeah, now let's go on to the next trade. Next trade was a short position. This is indicated by the red candle, or the red arrow, sorry, right here on the chart. If we go back to my Discord channel, you can also see that I gained 1.4% on the first trade. But yeah, this is the second look. I said taking a starter. I meant to say starter there on Tesla short at 743.45. Stop at 747.25. Right, they're my entries. So yeah, basically I looked at this one to go short as I was looking for a complex pullback. I generally did think that we was going to see something along the lines of this. It was going to go down, up, and then finish the move again. This would be like a measured move, so these two areas here would be identical, but we didn't get that pattern. But we still managed to exit the trade profitable as we were getting short, and we exited just down here. The main reason why I did exit was because this area right here was this big area right here around 745, 750 was a massive supply. Right, because I saw this price crashing down in a steady capitulating move. Like, you could say it was a capitulation on the 1 minute, but on a 5 minute it looked like any other downward movement. So yeah, I wanted to short this pullback as we were seeing some rejection from these inverted hammer candles you know, a big bearish selling here. I mean, there is some wicks, but that is another reason why I entered on that trade. Still became profitable as I did exit, as we didn't crash through this low here. So yeah, if we go back to my Discord, you can see that I did actually I took more of 743. I was looking at this because obviously it was a little bull flag, and then of course we did actually break down, but I had my stop loss just below, yeah, that's right, just below my entry, right, because obviously I'm shorting. So when the stock did actually come back up, we still exited either neutrally or profitable, and on this one, you know, I was of course profitable because I scaled out shares at the low. Right, next up, on the same day, on the same Monday, I went long again, I believe, and this was on the wedge. This was again not the best trades, but it was still a profitable trade, and you know, you've got to take your winners when you can take them, basically. So without Discord skipping all the way to the start, let's go back up to the 18th on the date and have a look at what I done on this Monday without sounding like a complete robot. So here we are on Monday. Grabbed as a long at 733, which is this level right here, around 733. Right, I also averaged down, I believe, so I took more shares at 728, as you can see here. Added 100, so I was having a position size of 150 on this one, and I was looking at this. Obviously, I'm trading on Webull, or at least charting on Webull. I trade on MetaTrader 5 using the broker ACAP. So if you guys are looking for a broker, I do recommend ACAP. So yeah, let's get back to the trade. I can't really explain it on the trading view chart, so we're gonna have to use Discord images right now. So if we get these images up, we can see that there was a wedge forming on this lower time frame on the 1 minute candle. These purple lines indicate daily levels, whilst the yellow lines indicate the 5 minute closes, and I really do like to see the 5 minute closes break. I cannot stress that much. When 5 minute closes break, usually the trade continues in the direction of the way it broke. Okay, now this is something what I found. Maybe other traders talked about it, but I might be the first. I can go into this a lot more detail in a few more videos when I do start recapping some of these, so then you guys can start learning the process on how to actually scalp Tesla efficiently. Okay, so I saw this flag, or at least that this wedge breaking out. We was looking for this 73150 level to break. So then we saw this, right, we saw it break. Nice little consolidation, as you can see on this red candle right here, little indecision, and then we just broke higher. And then I did actually highlight this massive red candle, and usually on the 1 minute, or at least any time frame, when you do see a massive red or green candle, there is not much support in that candle, and that just means that we can just usually at least go straight through it. So for example, I did highlight this 73458 level to be resistance, as well as this 73622 level to be resistance. I don't think we actually did get to the 736.22 level, but we did do very, very well on that trade. So yeah, bottom called, I said. Fast race to, we should see higher than that. So yeah, we did actually put my stop loss below my entry, of course, above my entry, of course, because it was a long position. God, I'm forgetting now. And yeah, I scaled out 100 shares, and then, you know, rode the rest of a stop loss 29 cents above my entry. So and that was it. It was just identifying the pennant or the wedge pattern. You know, it would have been better if we did short. As you can see here on the trading view chart, we did actually continue downwards. But you know, scalping is just in the present. You know, you've got to be able to make decisions then and there. And if you are profitable, even on a short move like I was, then you know you're going to succeed in the end. And you know, as long as you compound your gains, as long as you are taking A+ setups basically all the time, and staying disciplined and just waiting, then there is really nothing you can really go wrong about. You know, you just got to execute. That's basically it. So that is for my my 18th of July trades on the Monday. So now let's go on to my the 22nd of July. Sorry, 22nd, the 19th of July. Right, one trade on this one, and it was a short, and I tell you, it was an amazing short. This was actually a day trade alert. It wasn't a scalp. It was very, very efficient. If I go up to the 19th, this was here. I said, or at least I alert to the members saying day trade alert on the 19th. Ticker Tesla short trade. Enter between 730 and 740. So let's map this area out quickly. So 740 is just here on the chart, and 730 is all the way down here. So it's a very, very big gap for you guys to actually enter if you did that. If you did actually trade with us on this one. very, very large fill zone. I set a stop loss at 743, which was literally just, you know, just a few ticks above. And we went short on the very, 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 very top. And let me tell you why. I went short on this trade because this level right here, as you can see, the yesterday's pre-market highs was being used as resistance from the opening print. And the reason I went short was because we was downtrending anyways, right? We was downtrending, we went up to make a lower high, and then we continued our downward force. And that's basically what I did. I saw that it gapped up. I didn't short to the open as we saw rejection from the pre-market highs. It was also this support here and a little bit of iffy support around there. And that was basically it, right? That was basically it. It is so simple. It is such a simple trade, and we executed so well. I also gave 3 profit targets for the trade. One at 729, one at 721, and 711. These were all daily levels as well. So if you are trading Tesla, make sure to use daily levels and also weekly levels on these charts, because they do hold very, very well. Because you got to think, Tesla is a very well-known company, and long-term investors on higher time frames, the ones you're on, than the ones like us intraday traders trade on, are going to be looking at these higher time frames for buying opportunities. And when they do hold, you know that they might be stepping up at these levels to add shares for then the next big move. So just make sure that you're going to be looking at daily levels, or at least the levels will hold very, very firmly in the past. So past day, past week, past month. You got to be looking. You got to be checking. So that was my trade short on July the 19th. So next up is July the 20th. Weigh and behold, I took 4 trades on this one. Very, very profitable. Again, this first alert here was, or at least first trade. Sorry, this first trade here was actually a loss as we didn't scale out quick enough. It was a neutral trade, of course, because we did move our stop loss above the entry, but it was still an unprofitable call. Right, so if we go back onto my scalping alert, and we have a little peek, little sneaky peek on the 19th of the 20th, sorry, of this day. As you can see, it was a loss, so we won't be talking about this one. But I just want to talk about quickly why I entered, right? Because it could have been profitable. Okay, it could have been profitable. Right, so if we go back to the levels on the 1 minute chart here from the previous days, you can then see again, I'm sure you guys are already thinking it, you can see it again, this level right here, I was hoping for it to hold, right? We came out of the open and we basically busted straight through the yesterday's pivot point, right? We busted straight through, and I was like, right, okay, this thing is probably going to start going, so I'll add the next pullback. And that is actually what I did. I added the next pullback in hope for something like this. But of course, in the stock market, you're never really certain, are you? Like, you've really just got to make decisions in the moment and just change your course of action within that specific moment. And that is what I did. I moved my stop loss up, and thankfully didn't take too big of a hit as I did exit neutrally on that trade. But then we did add an absolutely amazing position just below, or at least 10 minutes later on the trade. So if we go back down to this one, I said that I added 150 shares, sorry, of Tesla at 733.66. Stop loss at 730. Sorry, yeah, 730, right? So yeah, basically this candle right here, 736, this black line, 730 stop loss just here below. We very, very nearly got wicked out on this one, but thankfully, you know, we didn't, because you know, see, any team always wins. You gotta take your wins when they come. I also added a lot more shares, so I added another 100 shares of Tesla at 734.50, which is basically just above, as we did see this this little consolidation range on the 1 minute breakout, which is, I think I added on this candle here. I can't actually remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I chased the breakout a little bit, but as you can see here, it was very, very profitable. Now let's get into why I entered this trade. It was a reversal trade, and the reason I did alert was because, of course, you're looking at previous support. This area right here, right, was a massive support from this day here. You can see support, resistance. You can see resistance here again, resistance, some more resistance, and then we broke through. And of course, we then held it here, and that is basically why I took the long position. And thankfully, I did take the long, because look how well the trade went. It ran all the way from 733, or at least 734, all the way back up to 750. So a $15 trade on this one if you did hold all the way. Now I'm not saying I held all the way to 750 because, you know, not every trade is going to be perfect. Not every trade is going to execute the way they should. I very likely scaled out shares in the middle. I can just go on Discord again and show you quickly. So I was looking at that chart image and I scaled out 50 shares at 739 for a 0.65% trade, and then I held 100 shares more for 741.5, sorry. So yeah, the trade went very well, 2.25% on that one. And now let's get back into why I entered the next trade. Next trade was on this low here, this pullback, right? And you can very clearly see again, I added this trade as it was the resistance from the Monday's pre-market high. Now, how crazy is that? It literally holds, right? You've got to be looking at these pre-market levels. As you can see here, now my chart is getting very messy, but as you can see here, right, we had support here, right? We had a resistance support break, then we had resistance, and then we had a lot of resistance here until it came down and broke out pre-market. And then we have more resistance, and then obviously it did actually, you know, break out of this zone here and then rally up. So then I was adding because of this demand zone here in anticipation of it holding, and of course it did. So you know, I added. So if we just find it, I had a new position on Tesla here at 740. This is the price here, of course, at 740. These are my entries. You can see if I added 50 shares at 74179 and then 50 shares again at 74173. So very tight. I pretty much just smashed the button twice on this one with a fixed stop loss at 7339 for both positions. And I also gave charts, right? As you can see here, it was a demand zone. Previously consolidated here on the 5-minute chart, I believe I demonstrated on this one. So you can see 2 hammer candles, 2 indecision candles, preparing for the next leg, of which we did see. Demand zone did hold. If we have a look below again, VWAP, which are these dots here, was the breakout point. So we're looking for that to break. We saw a nice evening star. Am I getting that name right? Yes, I am. A nice evening. Nope, sorry, a morning star candle. I always get them confused. Evening stars are at the top, morning stars are at the bottom. So when you saw a nice morning star candle at the very bottom here, and then downtrend line broke, and we basically just saw continuation on this one. Very great trade again, 0.8%. Just due to knowing your supports and resistances, and that's basically it, guys. Now, if you're not getting the picture by now, it is literally supports, resistances, or demand zones and supply zones, however you want to look at them. And that is basically all you need to do on Tesla. Find them and just play off them. It is that simple. There's no special indicator. I don't use any indicator on my charts except from volume and VWAP. You know, you don't need it. You get gurus out. You get these gurus out there who say, you know, you've got to have RSI, you've got to have MACD, you've got to have, you know, VWAP. What are the other ones like? EMAs. No, you don't need them. Trust me, you don't. Just learn how to read price action. Learn how to read when a support and resistance will be held or broken, right? That is all you need. Trust me. So yeah, let's carry on this video. Let's get into my next entry. And this was, again, I scalped it again for a 4th time on the 20th, and again, another amazing entry. And guess what? I literally brought at the exact, or at least a little bit below, the price of where I previously bought. I scalped this thing all day long, and I just stay consistent from scalping. As you can see here, I brought this one due to this demand zone holding. Now my chart is getting very messy. I should probably delete some of these lines. So let's just I can't do that actually. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose these green. Oh, that's what I didn't want to do. So if we just delete some of these lines quickly. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to keep you waiting for just 10 seconds, but trust me, I will get back into the video. Right, okay, so here we go. Chart's pretty much cleaned up now. So this one was the previous demand zone here, and guess what? Lo and behold, it lines up pretty much identically. Is that even a word? Pretty much at the exact same level as it was previously on the chart, and that is basically why I went long, because I knew that it was a previous demand zone. We saw this complex pattern come about, and we added as it was a demand zone. And obviously, you know, it previously held from this lovely super bullish green candle, or at least white candle in my perspective. On your charts it might be green and red, you know, it could be black and white like mine, but that is basically it. I added because it was a previous demand zone, and from there I just rode it. So if we go back onto my Discord alerts, not the App Store, back onto my Discord alerts, and we can just have a little ganders at the trade here again. And here it is. Added Tesla in with 200 shares as I was feeling very, very confident. Now this is the A+ setup in my opinion. It comes back down to previous level of demand, and then you add it once again. Obviously I added more size because I was very, very confident, and yeah, I won, or I say won, but you know, I got paid very, very well on this trade. I said think we can see VWAP, of which we did. And then from our 738 entry, it ran all the way back up to 746, so roughly $8 per share gain. You know, you can do the math. 200 times 8 is you know, is good profit for the day. Now, of course, I'm not saying that, you know, I held my 200 shares all the way to that 736. I obviously scaled out half when the risk reward was right. This spike here was the earnings as well. So let's go on to our final day, let's go on to Thursday, the 21st of 21st of July. God, I'm getting my words mixed up now. So yeah, we saw a massive spike from earnings. This was what led for the weekly chart to break out. So if we go onto the weekly quickly, we can see the massive, very, very bullish candle here from the weekly chart. And this was all due to earnings. So congrats if you did actually hold through Tesla earnings, because you're going to be doing very, very well. So yeah, we played at Tesla due to earnings gap up. And this is what I was looking for. So another scalp, right? We saw it gap up. Did not mean to do that. Let's go back again. Right, so. Anyways, let's get my little paintbrush tool out again. This was the pre-market, or at least after hours high from the Tesla earnings gap. We saw that it gapped up in pre-market, right, all the way over here. So we got some high-low thing going on here. I saw that it was a bull flag. There was some rejection from this previous after hours high, so I was looking for that to break, and then obviously I added on the support and then rode up to 790 for a quick little win. I'll just go on my Discord again, and you can see that I did enter. So I added Tesla long at 779.55, which is literally just level right here, 780 area. Stop loss at 765, and the trade went very, very well. And it was just due to support and resistances. So you know, when you do get good, when you do have big catalysts, you know, like earnings in after hours, or like maybe a particular news, what makes the stock really moves, always watch the pre-market or after hour highs and lows, because they generally will hold as support / resistances, as you can see here in this example. So yeah, I mean. You know, I scalped it, the first one here from 799 to 791. I really should have added on this pullback again, but you know, I was a bit sketch, as I wasn't really too sure what was going to happen for Tesla for this day. But luckily, I did actually add on the pullback when we did see one from the bounce. And if we get out paintbrush tool. It was a bull flag. I added on this bull flag for continuation higher, as we did see this previous demand hold around this 780 level, and then this trade just, you know, fully just ran. I mean, I didn't actually hold shares for all the rest of it. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I did scale out pretty early. I did not think this trade would be this crazy, at least, but you know, it did. But I still called it in the Discord. You know, I called it at 7, that's the other one I believe, 7, here we go, no, that's the right one. Okay, bull flag here, see here I even highlighted it out, I called here, right, only added 50 shares on this one, as I was, you know, second guessing myself, but, you know, it happens when you trade. It's completely fine, as long as you stay profitable, you know, then it doesn't really matter. You're only going to be kicking yourself at the end of the day, saying, you know, I wish I added more, but what's the most you can do, right? As long as you stay profitable, that's by means the aim of the game. So you can see here I scaled up 50% at 790, held rest, and then yeah, I put my stop loss just above as it was a long position, and the trade did actually end up running from 785 all the way to $819. So crazy run on that one. And now we are getting to my final day of the week, and my voice is very tired right now. Final day of the week. So last two trades on Tesla were for these reasons. So first one was literally after the small capitulation move out the open, following the breakout day on this previous 21st. We saw the stock gap up again in pre-market, came back down, and it held this the previous pivot point, at least all time. It held the high of the day from the previous day. As you can see here, we had a lot of demand come in, looking very good. So I basically added on this pullback, and then rode up for this one here as well. And that was basically it for that trade. We was looking for this pre-market high to break, which is again this level here, which we saw break, and then yeah, so another good scalp. I then added again as we saw the stock move down, come back into this sort of demand zone. I did actually add in this demand zone because I thought we was going to do something like this, right? But then we added as soon as we saw this break, and then rode up for again for a little small profit. And that is basically the end of the video here, guys. I hope that you learned something new about Tesla. This is basically how I operate. I do really want to start getting into live trading, but you know, we'll see how it goes. If you did learn something new, make sure to like the video. It really does help out the channel, and it does encourage me to do more videos like this. And that's basically it. I hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I wish you best of luck for the week ahead. Also, one more thing I wanted to note, we do have an FOMC meeting on the 26th and 27th of July, so just make sure, you know, to be wary of the overall market, as the market will likely be very choppy during the 26th and 27th, so Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Without further ado, have an amazing evening, morning, you know, afternoon, wherever you guys are located in the world, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned, love, peace, and take care.